Hey, it's Stephanie Ferrara, your Empowered Creativity Coach. Welcome to the Empowered Creativity Show. As a project manager in the corporate world, I grew to a point where I knew that I was born for more and I needed to get out. After an accident in 2017, I had my chance. As a Christ-centered business coach, I help women in the early stages of their coaching practice build group coaching programs and online courses for increased profit and impact. Well, thank you so much, Tara, for joining us today on the Empowered Creativity Show. I'm so glad that you're here. Would you please introduce yourself and share about what you do, about your business, and who you serve?
Sure. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for the opportunity. What a privilege and an honor it is to be on your show, to be able to share my heart with your audience. I'm just really grateful. So thank you for that. My name is Tara Eusebi. I'm the founder and chief blesser of Bless. Back in 2017, I was asked a question that literally changed the course of my life. And maybe you've been asked the same question. It's just a simple question, but it made such an impact. And it was, what is your passion? What is it that you ultimately want to do? And at that time in my life, I was working in corporate America. I had a good paying job. I wasn't the happiest because I always felt like there was more. And when I was asked that question, immediately I answered and I said, if I could do anything, I would just go bless people. And it was at that moment that the seed was planted inside of me, even from that, it just kind of started to sprout up from what was already rooted in me from a young child, wanting to help other people. I'd always had that passion and desire to help others. And it was in 2018 that this started to become more and more. And it led to the design and launch of Bless, an app that's available in the Google Play and the Apple App Stores. We launched on March 25th, 2019. And it's just kind of crazy, this journey I'm on now. I'm on a mission to change the world by changing lives one need at a time, uniting humanity and impacting generations through the power of Bless, and just trying to spread the word and get as many people on board as possible. We definitely need some change in our world. So it's really what it's all about.
I love that you were able to just take that one question, and it's like that was the moment you were like, oh, there is so much more, something different that I could be doing. Tell us a little bit about that evolution of
Sure.
that idea, that first moment of like, oh, if I could just spend every day blessing people, what would that look like? So how did it come from that one question into an actual app?
I know, kind of crazy, because I answered that question and then I went off to work thinking, okay, whatever, But then what happened next was basically, the next kind of like pivotal moment was I was in the grocery store and I just heard the Lord on the inside of me say, if you knew that your neighbor or your coworker or the person you're passing here at the market had a need that you could help with, would you help? And the answer was a resounding yes, of course I would. But then the thought was, well, how can I know what people really need? And that was the moment that the vision for Bless as a mobile app started to come alive on the inside of me. And just drop by drop by drop, the Lord began to download this into my spirit, and just kind of birth it through me, and was super adamant that Bless is not religious or faith-based. It is for all humanity. We want everyone to be a part of it. But he's the one that really did the work in and through me to make this happen. And I'm just grateful. What I've learned so much through this is that we don't take time really to discover what our passion is. We don't really listen to that. It gets so suppressed by the day-to-day 9 to 5. We've got responsibilities, we've got families, we've got things that we want, but we don't understand that God's really wanting to do all of it for us. And if we'll tap into that desire, that passion that he's put in each one of us, we all have it. And if we tap into it, it'll open up a door for opportunity and make a way where there really doesn't seem to be any other way. And so that's what's happened with Bless. That was the next pivotal moment for me. And man, and then it led on and on from there, and has been an interesting journey, to say the least.
Is it a paid app? Is it a free app? How does it actually work? Tell us a little bit more about that.
Sure. So, originally when I started designing Bless, I started to think, Bless might be like every other app out there. We'll have ads, we'll do all this kind of stuff. And as I went on, it was like, no, that's not how this is going to be. This is going to be a free gift for all humanity. no strings attached, no tricks, no gimmicks, no abuse of our information. This is just a pure platform where users can go, they can share their needs. It can be any kind of need, not just a need for food and clothes, but maybe it's one of those quiet, more often disregarded needs, like just someone to talk to or go on a walk with. So Bless is all about that. And that my favorite part of it is being able to offer help anytime I want. So you can do that through the app as well. So if you have clothes to give away, you finally cleaned out your garage, we can do things a little bit different. Instead of just putting it on another organization, we can actually give with purpose, on purpose, to change a life. Because if we would just realize how much power there is in the items that we no longer get use out of, they have the potential to not just change one life, but to impact generations. And this is what I've seen over and over again since this app has been launched, is just the impact, the potential that can be had when you step into this and you actually do these purposeful acts of kindness.
So if I have a donation that I want to make, I have something that I'm ready to give away. I know I'm not going to try to sell it in a garage sale or whatever. I just have something to give away. So I would go in and list that basically in the app.
Yeah, you would go into Bless and you'd create a post, and it's called Meet a Need. You would offer to meet a need. We have 3 different feeds in Bless. There's the needs feed, where you can see all the needs that have been shared in your local community. And you can even adjust your filters so that you can see posts from around the world if you want. So you can narrow it down or you can expand it out. But Bless really is designed for your local community to help those in your local area. But with technology the way it is, it's so easy to help people all around the world. And so you'd go in there, you'd either share a need if you have one, or you would offer to meet the need of another, and you would post that. People would see it, they would interact with your post, they would send you a message or comment on it if they're interested, and you would connect together to be able to make that happen. So a lot of times I love to offer a helping hand. Like, people have a need, and maybe someone else is giving that item away, but they don't have the ability to go pick it up. That happens a lot. And I don't mind going and doing the transportation, the pickup and drop off. And so something as simple as that can really make an impact. And that's what you would do, is you'd post it. And then once your need has been met, or you've met the need of another, you mark your post as blessed, and it goes into the blessings feed so that everyone can scroll through there and see all the good things taking place in their local community and around the world. That's really the whole goal, for people to see there are good things. There's good people. There are people with heart to want to help each other. This is really what has been sewn into our character. It's who we are on the inside, is really, people that love each other and that will do anything to help one another, especially in harder times. We've seen that happen over and over again. This provides us the ability to do it on the daily instead of just in disaster moments.
I think that's so crucial. I've been a part of a few, I guess you would call it just like email distribution lists that serve somewhat of that same purpose. Yet, of course, you have to know who owns the list, right?
Yeah.
to know that you're going to get the email. And I know through my church, we had partnered with the Department of Human Services here in Arkansas at one point, and I've stepped out of being a part of it, but so I'm really not sure if it's even still in play or not, because we were kind of piloting it at the time. But it was something where caseworkers with DHS could post a need. Maybe it was, they're trying to keep a family together, and the only thing missing is that the child doesn't have a bed. And that's the only reason why they would have to take that child out of the home, is because there's not an actual bed for the child. And that was probably the number one thing that I saw through that, through serving in that team, was the need for cribs or beds, mattresses, sheets, things like that, to keep so that the children actually had their own bed. And that was the number one thing. Every now and then it might be something else. It might be a stove. It might be a washing machine, something like that. But it would be that one thing that would be the defining the defining item that would either keep that child with their parent, because the parent's able to do everything else, they just don't have a bed for them, so everybody's in the same bed, right? And so I can see how this would be so beneficial for for, ministry organizations and churches to
Yes,
become part of the, of Blessed, so that
absolutely.
they could start to meet those needs in even more ways.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, and I could see, like, I know I've been a part of another group at church that was taking care of um, parents who were fostering. And so it would be kind of a last minute, all right, we have a
Yeah.
family, they're getting a baby tomorrow, like tomorrow, or they just got a baby, or they just got a child. We need clothes in these sizes. We need shoes. We need, school uniforms, things like that,
Right.
because, it's always so last minute when they know that they're taking somebody in. And so I can see how that would be so big on connecting. And then I've got a friend that I know I'm going to be telling her about it, because she's just kind of doing it on her own, just through Facebook posts right now. I've got a single mom, needs to make her car payment. She's got 6 kids. She's working, but she just can't. It's either the mortgage or it's either rent or the car payment, and she can't do both. And
Right.
things like that. And so, or it might be a physical, physical item need, but she's doing something very similar. So I see that, and which I think is beautiful, that it's not God's like, I know just one person can't handle this, right?
It's very true.
And so He's blessed you with the ability to reach people through the app. But He's given, like, this idea to many other people too, because He
Sure.
knows there's such a need.
There is such a
It is
need, but
great.
what we've been lacking is that pure platform just for this sole purpose.
Yeah.
And many people are doing this already. But the thing about Bless is there's no distractions. There's nothing else. There's nowhere else for your need to get lost.
Right.
Or if you're offering help, it's all right there. And you can also create groups on Bless. So for these religious organizations, whether it's a church or whether it's a business, however you want to do it, you can come and be a part, and you can create a private group on Bless. So if you have a women's group within your church, or just your best friends group, but you want to stay connected, maybe you live in multiple states, and oftentimes we don't communicate what we need with each other. But if we have a place where we can share that need privately amongst people that we trust, then it makes a difference, and you can get the help you need. I always say, share your need, because when you share, then others will know. And when they know,
Yeah.
it empowers them to help. If we don't know, we can't help. And so everything that you mentioned, is already happening. One of the very first needs that I personally facilitated to meet on Bless was a single mom. She had 4 kids, 3 of the 4, no beds.
Yeah.
And she didn't want to post it. And I said, can I post it for you? And so, because people are like that, it's no problem. Do it for them. Everyone has a need, and they won't tell everybody about it, but they'll always tell somebody. And if you happen to be that somebody and you can't help them, share it on Bless so that other people can step in to help. This is what it's about: bringing communities together, uniting humanity to change a life and impact generations. It's so powerful. This was when we first launched the app. This happened. Within a week, I was delivering mattresses to this mom for her babies, just with whatever way I could. I borrowed my friend's Ford Explorer. I did a couple of trips, man, loaded the thing up. Like, let's get these babies beds, this is so
Yes.
ridiculous. We've got garages filled with stuff that our neighbor could use, or someone in our local community could use, if we only knew. Now we can know. And so this is what this is for. It's to eliminate the distractions, provide a pure platform where your information stays your information on Bless. We don't sell your information. It's kept private. And we also have a system in place called Vouch for Me. It's very important because it helps build trust. So when you get on Bless, you have people vouch for you, those that know you best, so that when someone sees your need or sees that you're offering help, they know you're the real deal. You're not going to find that on Facebook. You're not going to find that
Right.
really on any other app. And so the protection of humanity is so important to me, so important in my heart. This was part of this, And so when people use this, it can be so effective. And churches can absolutely take hold of this. And they can create a private group on Bless for their congregation. Because how many pastors, priests, whatever, are overloaded with the need of their congregation, when if people in the congregation knew that the person they're sitting next to needed help, they would do it. And now you can
Yes.
use Bless for that purpose, and then reach out into your community and help your community and grow your church. So, I mean, the possibilities are literally endless. You can use this gift any way you want, to really maximize and bless people's lives.
Yeah, that's so amazing. I mean, like as you keep talking, I keep thinking of more people that I know when this interview airs, I'm going to be sending it directly to them. Like,
Awesome.
get in contact, like, get on this app, because of what they do just personally to help other people, and how they would be able to expand their reach and expand what they're doing uh, through your app by using your app. So I
Wonderful.
want to transition a little bit just to kind of
Sure.
the behind the scenes part of of it, because it isn't something, you're not selling ads, you're not charging for the app. So how are you funding the work of keeping it maintained and everything? Can somebody donate to you or to Blessed to keep the app running? Is there, like, how can people support you directly with your vision?
Yeah, and I'm grateful for that question. God does supply, but I appreciate the opportunity. One thing that I've introduced and I'm actually getting ready to launch real soon here is called Bless Supply. And through that, people can give donations into Bless. Bless is a for-profit company, not currently generating any revenue, but that was what the Lord told me to do. And He always provides. But I do already have people actively giving toward Bless, actively giving to humanity. Some want to give toward keeping the app going, because we're continually making improvements. We've got technical support on a monthly basis, and we're always doing updates and making it better, making changes. I don't know if you all know how it goes with apps, but we're continually having to make improvements and updates and stay up with the times. So you can give to that part of it, and you can also give to help families. If you don't want to be on there, I've got people that just send money and say, hey, make sure a kid has a good week or whatever, and it gives us the opportunity to do so much more. So that's Bless Supply. And you can go to our website at bless-app.com, click on Bless Supply, and you can give to Bless through PayPal and Venmo. And we're going to be looking for other ways to make it easy for people just to donate into Bless to help us with this mission. We can do much more together for sure.
Definitely. I'm so glad that you've added that in, because I think there are so many people who will, like, willingly, it's like they'll bless the mission itself, right? Um,
Yes.
they may not have things, or want to maybe, like, deal with the things, but let me at least keep the app running, and keep you
Right.
in doing what you're doing
Right.
as the face of the company and everything. I think that's amazing. That's incredible. It really is.
Thank you. I'm grateful. Yeah. I mean, it's just a God idea, because for a long time, you have to listen, because He has the plan. He's given this vision to me, and He has the whole plan. He knows exactly how to do it all. So the challenging times come when you start comparing, or you start getting opinions of so many people, and you don't weigh it with what the Lord's speaking to you. And so with Bless, it's a very sensitive thing for me, because I know this is a mandate from God, designed to really change lives, and ultimately have people have an encounter with His pure love. Whenever I come in contact with people, I mean, I can't help but share, the relationship I have with Jesus, and give them hope. I mean, we've changed so many lives and impacted so many people just because we do what we do. They're not used to it. They don't get it. Like, how is it that you would just want to give this away? Like, they just don't understand. So it turns heads. It makes people wonder, like, why are you doing this? And so, gosh, what brighter light can we be than to be like Jesus and going forth and doing deeds? We don't even have to preach Him when we do things like this. They just come running to you. They're attracted, and they're in wonder of how you're doing what you do. And it's amazing. I'm just really grateful, and it's a privilege and an honor to have this calling on my life. I'm really thankful for the assignment. Very
Awesome.
fun. Thank you
Yeah,
so
I'm
much
like
for the
I'm
opportunity.
sitting here writing down names. I'm like, okay, Hope needs to hear about this, and Kelsey needs to hear about this, and Dana needs to hear about this. And
Powerful. It really is. It once people understand, and Bless doesn't use itself. We have to use it, but if you use it, it works.
yeah,
People oftentimes they'll sign on because we are new. It's been a little over a year. They won't see any posts in their immediate area, and so they think nothing's happening. But that's not true. I mean, people are there. People have signed on now, Stephanie, in more than 1,300 communities around the world. So Bless, at one point
wow,
or another, has been signed on in 6 out of the 7 continents where we've had users come in at one point or another. And you know what? We're growing every day. And can you just imagine once people get a hold of this and every community, the feeds are full and needs are being shared and help's being offered and all these blessings are taking place. Anyway, we'll get there and we'll come back and remember this moment when we got on here together in the very
that's
early
right.
stages.
That's right. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time. This is awesome. So, how can somebody connect with you? Or how can they go find the app, or just connect with you directly?
Sure, you can find the app and get it at the Apple app and the Google Play Store. The easiest way is either search on those two or go to our website, bless-app.com. Right from there, the first screen you see is going to be to get the app from the Apple app or the Google Play Store. And once you get on Bless, you'll automatically connect with me. I reach out to every single new user personally to let them know that I'm there for them. I invite them to my group on Bless Tips, where I give tips on the weekly, with regard to how the app will function and work. We have a YouTube channel, Bless mobile app, where you can get videos and watch quick tip tutorials on how to use the app. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, all at Bless mobile app. Or you can look me up anywhere you see Bless, you're going to run right into me. And you could always email me too at tarae@bless-app.com. Reach out for anything. I'm here to help you all. So whatever you need, if there's a way I can help you, I'm your gal. Just reach out and I'll do anything that I can to help you.
Well, thank you so much, Tara, for your heart, for listening to that prompting, for listening to what God has put on your heart and doing it, for being obedient. And it is, I mean, that's where the blessing comes from, is that obedience that you have exhibited
That's
and that
it.
you have committed to. And thank you so much for that.
Stephanie, thank you for the opportunity to share my heart with you and with your audience today. I'm super duper grateful and look forward to seeing them all on Bless, because together we can do so much more. And just help me in this mission to change the world. We're doing it by changing lives one need at a time, uniting humanity, and impacting generations through the power of Bless. And I can't wait for y'all to be a part.
Wow. I don't know about you, but the whole time that Tara was talking, I was trying not to be rude by looking away, but I was writing down names of people that I know need to know about the Bless app, just because of what they do personally, just in their own time, and also some organizations that I'm involved with that I know that could use this app. Whether it's they have surplus of things that they could offer out to the community, or when they have needs. Just recently on the show, we had Dana Davenport from the Harbor Home, and I know often they have needs. They'll have a washing machine break, or they'll need a hot water heater or something like that, right? I mean, they've got 20 women in a recovery home. Things don't last, right? Things break. And so, and I know just so many other people that are running recovery centers and everything too, and organizations around foster care, and so much. And there is the need is great, and we do. I mean, here in America, we have a surplus of things in our homes. There is no shortage of things, and sometimes we need to take care of getting rid of those things. And it's not a matter of selling it or just giving it away to whatever. But if you can actually put it out there and say, I've got this, and meet a need that somebody else has, what a beautiful thing, and what a beautiful way to bring it together in an app, on our phone, that thing that so many of us have in our hand at all times. So please go and check out bless-app.com and go download the app now, become a part of it, support Tara and her mission. It is God breathed for sure, and she needs support in it. He obviously has provided along the way, but he also creates us, and we have our businesses, and we are to bless others through it. And this is one fantastic way where you could do that.